online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go Show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
On the Get Up and Go Show. It's the Friday edition, and just everything's gone to heck in a handbag this morning.
Oh, we can get a grasp on it, though. It seems like you're getting a grasp on it over there, Evan.
I'm frazzled.
Don't be frazzled.
Completely frazzled.
We have our technology. We have all of the information we give out to the people.
When things don't go right, it is just crazy.
Yeah, that's why, maybe we got to go on and kind of learn that maybe we shouldn't rely always and maybe 100% completely on our technology. And, I kind of like to live my day where I like technology. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that we have it. But if it would not be here, would I be able to get on with my day?
Yeah, this is true because technology is a must in today's world. Definitely.
Yeah, it gets on people's emotions, particularly when something goes wrong and you're trying to watch TV and maybe something goes haywire with that Fire Stick.
Right.
Do you have the Fire Stick at home?
No, I actually do. I have a Fire Stick. Gavin has it. And he watches all sorts of stuff on it.
Yeah, sometimes like when it's raining and lightning out, the Fire Stick goes haywire. And then I can't get to my Hulu, which I've absolutely been loving since we've gotten rid of our that word that rhymes with bombast.
Oh, Comcast, yeah.
That I mentioned.
Well, it's Xfinity now.
Xfinity. This is true. But we are loving our Hulu at home because it gives you the opportunity. It kind of gives you a rundown of shows that you like to watch, like they know what you like. And then if you, say, if I'm in the morning, if I'm watching something and I know I have to take my nap before my other gig, I can stop watching it and then I can go to this nice little venue that says, keep watching. And it saved it for me right where I was at with the show that was in progress. So it's kind of a cool deal. As weather, I called you weather, Evan.
There you go with the wrong names again.
We're getting we're trying to get the weather over here, but we have it. We have it. A 60% chance of rain this afternoon. That we know for sure. So if you have to go inside, have the car windows rolled up. I made that mistake yesterday, or not yesterday. Maybe it was like the day before, and so I leave my car window open on my driver's side.
Right.
And then I fall asleep. And when I woke up to this pouring rain.
Wait a minute, you fell asleep in the car?
No, I in the house with my car window open outside.
Okay.
Which I know during this time, and when we're in June, July in Florida, you should never do. Yeah, I woke up to the pouring rain. I went out, I had to go to the grocery store. When I went outside, I thought there'd be this big, heavy puddle of rain on my driver's seat.
Okay.
The wind must have been blowing the rain the other way because my driver's seat inside the car completely didn't get a drop.
Really?
And I don't know if that was an act of God for me. I don't know how that happened. But I was able to go get my groceries in a dry cart seat when I didn't deserve it.
Okay.
So I got to have those windows rolled up.
Yeah, it's rainy season.
Yeah.
It's definitely rainy season.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Got to carry an umbrella everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah. Do you have one?
I have like a ton of umbrellas.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I might have one sitting in the closet. I mean, I barely ever use an umbrella when I go places, but it's time. I got a rain jacket, though. That was part of my new wardrobe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that completed my wardrobe when I said I went shopping for brand new. And I have this really cute little rain jacket that's now in the closet. And I'll probably wear it maybe the next time it rains when I'm coming here.
Is it adorable?
It is adorable.
Okay.
I fell in love with it when I saw it on the hanger, on the clothes hanger. And then I tried it on and I thought it was even more adorable. So yeah, I had to take that one home.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, as long as it's adorable.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
So
how was your day yesterday when you got out of here?
Oh, it was really just kind of normal, ordinary day where, I get out of here, go home, we eat something, take a nap, get ready for work once again. And had a massage yesterday afternoon right away when I got there at 3:30. So that was a huge rush, but I was able to get my table together and, get ready for my client and just kind of like welcome the people.
Very good.
Everybody wearing their face masks.
So how many massages did you have yesterday?
I only had 2 though. Yeah.
Just it? Just 2?
It has slowed down somewhat for me.
Okay.
I've noticed since the uptick once again.
Okay. I'm excited for later today. You know why?
What's going on?
The Boz man. He's going to be defending his win. He's 2-0 right now in 5-second rule.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to do it.
Of course he is.
Who is he playing today?
Don't know. He told me it's one of 2 officers. They're both females.
All right.
He's not sure which one. See, I'm kind of at I'm at his mercy right now because he gets to pick his opponent. So, logic and logical thinking, he probably picks a weak opponent so he can win. But I don't know. Because I would just love to see him, like decimated.
Wow.
Like completely decimated. Yeah. It would devastate him.
He's definitely gotten used to this. I remember the first time we played with Mr. Bosio, and he was a little nervous about it, that's for sure, because of the way those questions hit you so fast, and then you have to think so fast within that given 5 seconds.
Gotcha.
But I think he's come along rather well, and he's getting quite used to the waters with it now.
All right. It's a lot of people are catching on to this game. I will say that much. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, it is a cool one. That is for sure.
There's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of good competition in the Stewart Police Department as well.
And next week we're going to be playing it with our media people, some journalists. We'll have Megan McRoberts in studio.
Yes, I am so excited to have Megan McRoberts in studio. You have no idea.
And John Shaman on the phone.
Yeah, John Shaman's going to be on the phone.
They're both wonderful people. We had them in maybe over a year ago, too, with Mike and I. They sat right here.
Did they?
And they were incredible. I really quite like them. Yes,
they're
that's
good
for
folks.
Sure. Our media partners, too, now at WPTV.
Yeah, they're good folks. They're really, really good folks. I enjoy having them. Very much so.
I like their news snippets that I, get to give in the morning. They sure add on to our news stories, that's for sure. Giving, out there digging and getting the real results of our news stories.
Oh, riveting news.
Riveting.
Definitely.
Our news people in town, just getting to the meaty and the gritty and to the bottom of things.
Well, it's got to be. You have to be. When I talk to Megan, it's going to be like, I want to know what's going on. I need to know what's happening. And she's one of the better reporters. I really enjoy watching her deliver her news, without a doubt. Without a doubt. She's really, really good.
So have you been spending any time in Martin County since the mask and the mask ordinance kind of starting to go into effect? Or, I'm not sure. Let's see. Are we there yet with it? I know we have to be in compliance with it till at least August 8th. And so I'm just wondering if you or anybody, have you seen more people wearing the masks, or like when you go
Not
in
really,
businesses?
because when I get out of here, I just get my little car and I just go home. I don't really go anywhere. If I have to go anywhere, like run in somewhere, like yesterday I had to go to CVS. And speaking of, I went to CVS yesterday and I've never seen more hand sanitizer than Carter's Got Pills.
Oh, yay. That's good to learn.
Yeah. I was blown away.
Oh, now I wonder if people are going to be racing there after you said this, Evan, to stock up and hoard it from other people once again.
The thing is, they have to figure out which CVS it is. because CVS is everywhere.
Yeah. So that means they should have it everywhere.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Oh.
Not necessarily. But the one that I went to yesterday, I went to pick up a prescription for my son, and I go inside and there's a carousel of hand sanitizer. Then I look to the right and there's an end cap full of sanitizer.
Wow.
I'm talking enough sanitizer to last a lifetime.
That's good to learn. Doesn't it just give you comfort to have sanitizer on hand, really? Even at home, I look in my pantry and I have the Clorox wipes. I have like 3 nice full tubs of them.
There you go, right there. Always have it with me.
Right on.
Constant.
There was a lady on the news this morning showing like this huge bottle of sanitizer, and it looked white. It looked pure, like liquid vodka or something.
Yeah.
Which really, that's what sanitizer is, isn't it? A mix of some alcohol and...
I've never seen so much hand sanitizer in one place.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a welcome, it was like, wow.
It kind of makes you scratch your head. Like when you can go out to the stores in this day and time. Like even when my brother and my sister-in-law were down here and we go into Walmart and, we get stuff for the beach and, we load on things that we need. And we were even talking like how overwhelming everything is. Like we have everything so much at our fingertips.
There's such a shortage of certain things right now.
And that's what makes you question it.
Remember when the whole toilet paper shortage was going on?
Yeah.
Everybody was buying up toilet paper and they had nothing to clean themselves with. So people were resorting to weird things like banana peels and leaves and this and that and the other stuff. And now all of a sudden you go to the store and there's plenty of toilet paper everywhere. Just like there's plenty of hand sanitizer anywhere. What's running short, I notice, is the the Lysol spray.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would hope not, because that's my favorite spray. And sometimes I get the off-brand. If it's still the Linen Fresh smell, I still buy the Homeline brand, or if there's an off-brand of it. Because basically, Lysol's great. It's incredible. But, when in the whole scheme of things, Evan, we consumers pay by name.
Yeah.
And then when it gets right down to it and you read the ingredients in this, that's what George and I were talking about yesterday off air, like even with the allergy products that we buy.
You talked to Mr. G yesterday?
Nope, George from Kentucky.
Oh,
and
okay.
He gets the allergies too. And it's just like, you can buy Benadryl and pay $5 more, or you can get the off-brand and pay $5 less. But then when you get to the bottom of it, you read the ingredients on the package and they're the same ingredients. Many times you're fooled and paying more and you're buying the brand name.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I agree with you, but I'm a believer in generic brands.
Oh yeah. I'm a believer in the good brands.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like to what's convenient at the time. It's like, if I can only find the Lysol here and I have the off-brand over here, doesn't make sense for me to drive 5 more miles to save a couple of dollars on that off-brand.
But you know what I'm really a big believer in, Bonnie? It's the news. That's what I'm a big believer in, because you're going to inform us what's going on right now. Here's Bonnie with the news.
Thanks, Evan. A protest is being planned in Martin County over whether or not residents should have to comply with the county's new mandatory mask mandate. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the details.
Here at the corner of US 1 and Monterey Road is where the organizer says their group will be gathering Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
I was so frustrated by seeing the opinions of the people being spoken and yet absolutely disregarded by the passing of the mask mandate.
Brittany Mozingo says Martin County commissioners overstepped when they passed the mask mandate.
And you're pitting the American people against each other, and that's absolutely the opposite of what county government should be doing.
And that residents are now threatening to shop exclusively in St. Lucie County, where masks are not mandatory.
I think we're going to see a big hit to Martin County business because of this, and I think that's an unfortunate side effect that maybe was not thought of.
It's been awful. I think we're all trying to remain positive.
Michelle Davis owns the Island Cotton Company in downtown Stuart.
I'm wearing it, as an abundance of caution. And I'm glad when my customers have it on to make me feel safe as well.
And says that she and neighboring businesses cannot afford to lose customers during this already difficult time.
I think we're all just a little crushed right now. There's at least 3 businesses that will not be opening their doors again that I know of, several businesses that are for sale at the moment.
Now, we did reach out to St. Lucie County officials for comment. They say that they've received emails from residents there threatening to shop exclusively here in Martin County, where masks are mandatory and they feel more safe. Reporting in Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
The coronavirus is claiming its deadliest one-day toll in Florida. 120 new fatalities reported yesterday, along with nearly 9,000 new cases. Health officials say Florida has officially surpassed 4,000 coronavirus-related deaths. In Jacksonville, Governor Ron DeSantis was asked about the ongoing spike in cases.
A case does not necessarily mean someone's in the hospital or anything like that. It means they tested positive. And so I think folks should just view it in the proper context and perspective. Same time, we would like to see positivity decline.
Florida's positivity rate is over 18%, the highest it has been since the pandemic began. The coronavirus spike isn't stopping President Trump from making a trip to South Florida today as he visits the U.S. Southern Command.
I'm making this change after consulting with our elected leaders who are supportive of my decision to begin a search for our next police chief, as is custom in any large organization where there is transition.
Jacksonville attorneys are filing a lawsuit to block the Republican National Convention from being held there. The plaintiffs cite the ongoing pandemic, saying the convention could become a super spreader event for the disease as it would gather large number of people outdoors. And lastly, the beloved Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse stands tall and proud as it prepares to celebrate another new decade of its life. July 10 will mark the 160th anniversary of the Palm Beach County staple. Thanks to Florida Power and Light, 160 visitors will receive free admission to stroll the historic grounds, climb the lighthouse, view the Keeper's Workshop exhibit, and peruse the lighthouse gift shop. And NBA players will get to have a little extracurricular fun in their bubble in Orlando when the season resumes later this month. They're getting after-hours access to certain attractions like Expedition Everest, the Rock and Roller Coaster, and Test Track Epcot. But the players will also have access to 3 golf courses, fishing trips at Grand Marina, and bowling, plus pool tables, ping pong, video games. Each team hotel will also have barbers, braiders, manicurists, and pedicurists. Our news time is 6:25, and weather and traffic together are next.
$6:25 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, no accidents, but keep in mind that road construction on the Turnpike. So Turnpike northbound in Port St. Lucie at mile marker 141, the right lane in that area is blocked. And there's your latest look at traffic. In Stewart, 78, here's our weekend update. WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, very warm and humid with isolated rainfall possible. Then this afternoon, hot and humid with near record highs in the low to mid 90s and the heat index around 105 degrees. Winds will be a little breezy out of the west and scattered showers and thunderstorms moving from west to east are possible this afternoon and this evening. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:29 right now. The Get Up and Go show. It's time for viral videos. Well, Bonnie, there's a TikTok challenge that's out there where you hold a basketball in one hand and then place an open bottle of beer or can of beer on top of the ball. You drop the basketball and catch the beer when it bounces back up, and then you chug it down.
Wow.
Going all over the place.
Sounds safe enough to try at home. Of course, you probably shouldn't be trying that one with your kids.
No.
Maybe with a can of soda pop.
Gotta be 21 and older to try this with a can of beer, bottle of beer. But if your kids want to try it with a can of Coke or a bottle of Coke, by all means, have at it. Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Real simple. Get a basketball, make sure it's properly inflated to its maximum capacity. Set the can of soda or can of beer or whatever it is on top of the ball, and you drop it down. And when it hits, it's going to cause the beverage to bounce up, and you have to catch the beverage and you chug it down.
Might cause a little bit more fizz with that one too, don't you think?
No, it's already open.
Okay.
It's already open.
I thought maybe with the shaking it up a little bit, bouncing on that basketball and whatnot.
No, maybe a little fizz, but not too much. But I've seen it done dozens of times, and it's pretty darn cute.
That's what I miss is seeing basketball players around my neighborhood on the basketball courts, Evan. It's been so long since I've seen that group of players like over on Prima Vista Boulevard. But
I know where you are, over there at the park over there.
Yeah, over by Sportsman's Park.
Yeah, Sportsman's Park.
Lo and behold, on my way home last night, I saw something that I haven't seen in a long time. I think I witnessed at one ball field, there was a little girls' little league team or something going on.
Probably a softball
where
game.
There was it was softball with little kids and grown-ups. And that was just like a welcome sight because I haven't seen that in a really long time.
Well, that's good, as long as they could socially distance.
Yeah.
Somebody posted a video of a weird growling sound that their Frenchie bulldog lets out when he thinks that someone's trying to steal his chew bone. Yes, steal the chew bone.
Don't be touching this.
Yeah, he's on the couch guarding it. And here's what it sounds like. Let's listen in.
Do it again.
Right? Don't mess with my bone.
That's a cute little French bulldog, but as cute as he is, I wouldn't be putting my hand in there to get his phone either.
Don't mess with my bone.
They get so cute and funny that way, when they give that little growl and snarl, and then only their owner can probably get their hand in there to grab that one.
Recently, the New Yorker magazine made an awesome video called A Father's Newfound Feminism. It's a dad warning his teenage daughter and her boyfriend that they better behave. The twist is that he ends each threat with a politically correct piece of advice, is what he does. So here's an example. If you do anything to hurt my daughter, I swear to God, I will be concerned and disappointed, but ultimately step back and let her navigate her own emotional growth.
Oh, that doesn't sound like any dads I've ever heard in my life now.
Yeah. We have a phone call. Do I dare answer it live on the air?
Let's dare.
After the week it's been. All right. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Big Kitty.
It's the cat.
We weren't talking about you, Big Kitty. We were talking about a French bulldog.
Yeah, we're talking about a French bulldog. Doesn't pertain to you. Yeah, exactly. But my question is, if somebody goes to take your toy, do you make a noise? It sounds like a siren on an ambulance.
Yeah, that's
okay. Wow, that's not good.
a little eerie.
Bonnie, do you have any idea who this is calling? I mean, here we are. It's 6:33 in the morning. We're talking to a flipping cat again.
Yeah, it's Big Kitty. And we heard that Big Kitty is a calico cat, too.
Yeah, Big Kitty's a calico cat.
Yeah. Big Kitty, did you get jealous when you heard about us talking about that French bulldog instead of you?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yes, the cat got jealous.
You know, it just brings to mind, have you seen that new Toyota commercial with the people, what they're doing at home to do anything they can, like exercises? Did you see that commercial, Big Kitty?
Yeah, the cat has.
So,
Bonnie, I have a question
Yeah.
to ask you. Why in God's name are you having a conversation with a cat on the phone?
I don't know. It's just like it sounds like a nice big kitty.
Do you talk to your cats at home, and do they carry
I
a conversation on with you?
I sure do talk to them.
Do they talk back to you?
Yeah, they
So
do.
this is normal for you. I'm leaving.
Yeah, especially with my Hansi, who is very vocal in the morning when he doesn't get his food.
No. Okay.
But what I was going to say, in that Toyota commercial, that guy lifting that Turkish Angora big white kitty that's in the air, he's kind of using it weightlifting.
Okay.
That looks exactly like my Jack Frosty.
Oh boy.
So Gary said he's going to start weightlifting with Jack Frosty when he gets home
I'm
today.
going to have to find out where this cat lives and have Bentley, the butler that runs our concierge service.
Don't let him run him
No,
over.
not going to run the kitty over, but I'm going to have Bentley bring some Friskies over to the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even Friskies.
All right,
and-
Kitty, we have to run
yeah.
here, but thank you for calling. I appreciate it. Say goodnight, Kitty. Okay. All right. Well, there was the cat.
That's just too adorable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still want to know who that is. I have no idea. I mean, I'll go with it as long as I can.
it's Big Kitty.
Yeah. So there's a TikTok has all these videos out, and there's a guy that takes TikTok very serious because he had heard that our president wants to ban TikTok in the United States. So he made a video, and this is what it says.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy is that there are over 800 million active users on TikTok, but somehow, some way, you managed to find this video. And I don't know if you're watching this on your following page or your For You page, but if this is my last shot to talk to you, this is my last chance to be on your phone screen, I just want to take this second to let y'all know that you are loved, you are appreciated, and the world needs you. There's so much negativity and toxic content on this app that I just wanted to take 2 seconds to remind y'all how much you're loved and how much you're appreciated. Seriously, you're awesome. All right, anyways, back to my cup flipping.
Yeah, he flips cups on TikTok, and he's got like over 1 million followers.
Really?
And all he does is flip cups.
What do you mean flip cups when he flips them?
Well, you have red Solo cups. They're stacked.
Okay.
And he puts one on the edge of the table, and he goes like that, and it flips up, and it lands on top of the stack.
Oh.
He's a professional cup flipper.
And with that, 1 million followers.
Yeah.
You would think that people have more better, exciting things to do than be watching this stuff.
Well, here's another one for
man.
you. Here's a video of a guy that is having issues with his navigation, and it's going viral. The navigation system doesn't want to listen to him. Okay, so let's listen in.
Please speak a command.
Find place.
Say the name of a popular place.
Rockefellers.
Did you say Raj Palace?
Rockefellers.
It's getting aggravated.
Searching for Raj Palace.
Back.
Did you say Raj Palace?
Back.
Say the name of a popular place.
Hilton Oceanfront.
You can hear he's getting ticked.
Uh-huh.
Did you say El Tipico Restaurant?
I don't know where
Back.
she's at.
Say the name of a popular place.
Busch Gardens.
Searching for Ocean Garden.
This guy can't win.
Back.
Say the name of a popular place.
The White House.
Searching for the lighthouse.
Oh, the
No
Jupiter
match is
Lighthouse.
found.
Exit.
That's it. He was done.
Yeah.
Exit.
I guess, I know with Alexa, there are certain things that will fire off your Alexa too when you say them, like things that kind of rhyme, like if you say election.
Yeah.
Or just with that small E in the word might fire off your Alexa at home.
Exactly. You know who Bill Nye the Science Guy is, right? Come on,
Bill
Bonnie.
Nye the Science
Bill Nye
Guy.
the Science Guy. Come on,
I'm
Bonnie.
not really sure.
Everybody knows who Bill Nye the Science Guy is.
Like Alexa says, I'm not really sure who that is.
Okay. Well, Bill Nye the Science Guy is taken to TikTok, and he's made a TikTok video about mask wearing, and it's going viral. Let's listen.
Why do people in the scientific community want you to wear a face mask when you're out in public? face masks prevent particles from my respiratory system from getting into the air and then into your respiratory system. Blocking the movement of air is an old trick. Here's a scarf. It can block the movement of air, but only to a certain extent. This is a homemade face mask. It has just 2 layers of cloth, and it blocks the movement of air very effectively. If you're wearing one of these, you're protecting yourself and those around you. The reason we want you to wear a mask is to protect you, sure. But the main reason we want you to wear a mask is to protect me from you and the particles from your respiratory system from getting into my respiratory system. Everybody, this is a matter literally of life and death. So when you're out in public, please wear a mask.
Shows us nice and scientifically why we should probably be wearing
What
one.
I want to know is what those extra sound effects were in the background.
I don't know.
It sounded like he was making flatulence sounds.
That's
didn't
crazy. It did a little bit.
Right? That or he's sitting on a whoopee cushion.
Have you
Wow.
ever sat on one of those? Has anybody ever surprised
done
you
it.
with one?
I've done it to people.
I have never had it
I'm gonna
done.
get you. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
you.
No, I'll be
You're
looking.
gonna sit down one day and that microphone's gonna be on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick a microphone under your seat.
Oh boy.
And then as you sit down, it makes that noise. Yeah. That would be funny.
Nothing like just kind of creating our own sound effects and
Yes.
right here in the studio.
Be a human sound effects machine. Human sound effects machine. So what's on the agenda for the weekend for you?
Beach time with
Really?
me, my stepson, and I are going to be heading out to the beach, I think, tomorrow.
Oh.
So it's going to be in beachgoers. It's going to be high of 92 tomorrow. And yeah, chances for pop-up showers and rain here and there. But we're going to try to beat that.
All right.
and
What
get
beach
on
do
out
you go
there.
to?
I go to the Stewart one. It's
Okay.
called the Turtle Egg or Turtle Nest Beach.
Okay.
It's right at the end of the causeway.
Thank God
Jensen
you
Beach.
didn't say the other beach. I was going to get worried there
Oh,
for a
my
minute.
goodness sakes. I've never been up.
Well, I mean, you're
Yeah.
taking your stepchild, so I'm like,
Oh.
don't go to that beach with your stepchild.
No, I don't
If you're
think
gonna
so.
go by yourself.
And I have that.
Or take Gary
I
with you.
have the 70 SPF sunscreen to put on.
Okay.
And I did mention last time too, the last time we wear it, it was such an impact on me now how incredible this stuff works. Because like I said, the only place I didn't get it last time was my shoulder blades, Evan.
Mhm.
And the next day, right where I felt that burn was only in my shoulder blades
That
where I
button
didn't
just-
get that sunscreen
That
on.
button just lit and moved again. I'm telling you. This
Really?
board is spooked.
Now, how come I did not see
I
it
noticed
light
it.
up?
I noticed it out of the I'm sitting here just like
maybe
this.
because you had your hands in the way.
Well, and I noticed it in my peripheral vision. That last button lit for like a fraction of a second, and the little button moved. I'm telling you, this board's spooked.
Maybe we have a haunted board in here.
I don't know.
Because they have this
There,
board.
did it again.
I don't know if this board was here since our original radio station long time ago when
Okay.
our heritage station just began right here. This has probably been a different board since, but it's probably in like one of those in between boards
I'm
where
kind of scared
where
something's
it's
going
kind
to
of
jump
been
out at me.
in here a while.
Okay.
I wonder what could jump out at you.
I don't know.
Some kind
There's
of
all
a
sorts of creatures. Anything's possible. You know that.
yeah. We'll have to get a preacher man here and give this place a blessing.
Yeah, definitely more than that. I don't know what you would call it that it needs, but man, that's spooky.
You mentioned some viral videos too, Evan.
Yeah, you
and-
have something for me?
Well, I got some pictures anyway that Demi Moore had posted recently.
Viral pictures. Okay,
Yeah.
we can take that.
It's Demi sharing pics of herself working in her bathroom. I guess she was getting her bathroom together, and anyway, she had some interesting things in there, like a floral couch. This must be a very,
What?
very big bathroom. She has a floral couch in there. It looks like a brown shag carpeting, something like you see in the 1970s.
Thank God she's not doing her business in there.
I guess there's like even a statue on the way out of Joan of Arc.
Okay.
And I don't mind that. Someone getting kind of decorative with their bathroom. And, sometimes I get that tune where too, I kind of want to resort to a 70s kind of style or something earlier than we are in now to just get that kind of a vintage feeling in your house.
What's your favorite color if you had to choose one color to repaint your house inside?
Well, on the inside,
Yeah.
I think just kind of like a beige, like a darker white or maybe almost yellow, something light, something light on style like that.
Right.
Right now but I like what our walls are now, like a chocolate brown. But I mix that in with a lot
of chocolate brown walls.
Yeah, it's like
really. Do you put like whipped cream and cherries on them too?
Yeah, and every time I look at that, I go to the refrigerator and look for that chocolate. No,
my daughter just painted her inside walls of her home.
What did she do it with?
Well, it was white and it was just so bright, so she went with a very light gray type color, and it just really warmed up the whole entire house.
Sounds like it would be warming.
Yeah, and then she painted one of the bedrooms a blue tone, which is also very nice.
Well, that goes, yeah.
And then I saw some pictures she posted recently on Instagram. She apparently has finally gotten her new furniture in.
Oh, yeah.
Because she has this interior decorator.
Oh, yeah.
And they ordered furniture, and the furniture is coming from a slow boat from China, I think.
That's always so much fun.
It's taking forever.
Yeah.
And it finally just got here.
Oh, yeah. I bet she's super excited.
Extremely.
Nothing like being in that new home and waiting for that new furniture to arrive.
Yeah, it finally just arrived. 6:45 on a Friday on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's news time. Here's the headlines.
Thank you, Evan. A protest is being planned in Martin County over whether or not residents should have to comply with the county's new mandatory mask mandate. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the details.
Here at the corner of US 1 and Monterey Road is where the organizer says their group will be gathering Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
I was so frustrated by seeing the opinions of the people being spoken and yet absolutely disregarded by the passing of the mask mandate.
Brittany Mozingo says Martin County commissioners overstepped when they passed the mask mandate.
And you're pitting the American people against each other. And that's absolutely like the opposite of what county government should be doing.
And that residents are now threatening to shop exclusively in St. Lucie County, where masks are not mandatory.
I think we're going to see a big hit to Martin County business because of this. And I think that's an unfortunate side effect that maybe was not thought of.
It's been awful. I think we're all trying to remain positive.
Michelle Davis owns the Island Cotton Company in downtown Stuart.
I'm wearing it, as an abundance of caution. And I'm glad when my customers have it on to make me feel safe as well.
And says that she and neighboring businesses cannot afford to lose customers during this already difficult time.
I think we're all just a little crushed right now. There's at least 3 businesses that will not be opening their doors again that I know of, several businesses that are for sale at the moment.
Now, we did reach out to St. Lucie County officials for comment. They say that they've received emails from residents there threatening to shop exclusively here in Martin County, where masks are mandatory and they feel more safe. Reporting in Stuart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
The coronavirus is claiming its deadliest one-day toll in Florida. 120 new fatalities reported yesterday, along with nearly 9,000 new cases. In Jacksonville, Governor Ron DeSantis was asked about the ongoing spike in cases.
A case does not necessarily mean someone's in the hospital or anything like that. It means they tested positive. And so I think folks should just view it in the proper context and perspective. Same time, we would like to see positivity decline.
A dog named Boo had to be euthanized after it was found severely emaciated, infested with fleas and ants. However, the owner was never charged. WPTV's Treasure Coast reporter Megan McRoberts has more on this story.
Body camera footage shows the scene a Fort Pierce police officer walked up to in December. A dog named Boo was lying on a carport floor, weak, emaciated, and infested with ants and fleas.
How long has it been down?
About 2 days now.
And officers hit by the lofting smell of an infection caused by a heavy chain collar embedded into its neck.
I smelled it when I walked up here.
Police were first met on scene by a friend of the owner.
Are you the one that called?
No, I should have a long time ago.
Telling deputies stories that the dog had been missing for months, but officers learned the dog returned home 6 days prior, dropped off by an unknown female. The owner blurred out in this video, said he didn't know who that female was, nor did he try to find out why the dog was in such poor condition. Police call animal control to the scene.
They've had it back home 2 days. And
Animal control officers prepare to take Boo to a vet.
No, I just can't believe you had a dog for 2 days and you didn't call for any kind of medical help or any vet or anything. No. That there is animal cruelty right there.
But no animal cruelty charges were filed.
Okay, boo-boo.
The state attorney's office saying there was not enough evidence to show the owner caused the dog's condition, saying the dog had such severe emaciation that it could not have occurred in the days the dog returned home.
Shocked.
But Susan Perry with United for Animals feels the owner should still be responsible for failing to give the dog much needed care.
He had Boo for 6 days and 6 nights and did nothing.
Though Animal Control says he was given a fine and multiple civil citations for animal cruelty. Perry now rallying for support to have police resubmit a request for an arrest warrant for animal cruelty.
We need this to be pursued as a criminal charge, not just give out tickets.
And Perry going as far as to ask the public to not only contact the police department, but even the Fort Pierce mayor and city leaders. Reporting in Fort Pierce, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
The Willie Taggart era at Florida Atlantic won't begin in Minnesota. The Big Ten Conference announced Thursday that all fall sports will be limited to league-only games. That means FAU's September 3 season opener at Minnesota and Miami's September 26 non-conference game at Michigan State won't be played as scheduled. The announcement comes a day after the Ivy League canceled all fall sports as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. News time 6:50, weather and traffic together coming up.
$6:52 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, on I-95 southbound in Palm City at mile marker 107, there's some debris in the center and left lane, so use caution there. And this lies lying south of Martin Highway. Other areas, it's a good ride. We don't have any traffic accidents. Your latest look at traffic. Port St. Lucie right now at 77. Here's our weekend outlook at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, very warm and humid with isolated rainfall possible. Then this afternoon, hot and humid with near record highs in the low to mid 90s and the heat index around 105 degrees. Winds will be a little breezy out of the west and scattered showers and thunderstorms moving from west to east are possible this afternoon and this evening. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
Just about 1 hour down and 1 hour to go on the big show. That's right. They call this the biggest little radio show on the biggest little radio station right here at WSTU, the Get Up and Go Show with yours truly, Evan and Bonnie. We're on 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. And, something we haven't mentioned, Bonnie, our show is podcasted now. So you can actually go back and listen to past episodes all the way from the last couple of months. You can go on iTunes and search the podcast for WSTU Morning Show. You can also go to our Podbean website, which is WSTUmorningshow.podbean.com, and you can get every single show there and listen at your leisure.
And Evan, I know you've been working hard too at writing a little synopsis of maybe what we've covered on the show during that day.
Yeah,
so for
exactly.
every episode.
Yeah, every single episode we write a little synopsis. We tell you who's on the show, not so much as what we talk about, because we don't want to give too many things away. That's just because we want you to listen in. And of course, the shows are even more interesting. Not that our shows are boring, but the shows are more interesting when, Fredo's here and when Bentley, the butler, and of course, Phil is here. Just makes it a little more interesting to add to our cast of characters. And then, of course, God forbid we forget to mention the kitty cat. Now, the cat, I guess, is part of the morning show, right?
Big Kitty has come in. Somehow that kitty cat keeps calling every day.
Big Kitty. Don't know how the cat dials a phone or how it calls in or why we even talk to a flipping cat on the radio show.
Well, maybe pretty soon he'll be calling us to come and change his kitty litter for him.
No, absolutely not. I am not going and changing somebody's kitty litter. I changed diapers for God knows how many years. I am not about to start changing kitty litter.
Were you the pop that was woken up at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. to, hear little babies crying? And...
Yeah, of course. And you know what I did? I nudged Rachel and she took care of the business.
Oh, did you take turns like people
Not
are
really.
starting to do with one another now?
Well, when the twins were smaller and Darren was smaller, I did most of the work with all the kids, and then I raised them as a single parent by myself. I had the kids, I raised them until I met Rachel, and then she stepped in and became bonus mom, I think, when they were like 4 or 6.
Oh,
4 and 6.
They were really little bitty kids.
Oh, yeah. They were like 4 and
met.
6 when I met Rachel. Rachel was just 21.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's a 21-year-old want with a 37-year-old that's got 3 kids on his own?
Maybe you seemed established.
I don't know.
Sometimes that doesn't matter. Just as
She could have
long
wanted
as...
me for my money because I didn't have any at the time.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, you just put the gleam in her eye then.
Yeah, I just got corrected. They were 5 and 7.
5 and 7.
Yeah.
Little bitty
See, I
kids.
got to be careful what I say on the radio because I never know who's listening.
Like Rachel.
Yes. I stand to be corrected. So anyway, we're coming up on 7 o'clock here on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. Don't you dare go anywhere. Don't even touch that dial because the news is coming up next. Then hour number 2, and then in hour number 3, Brian Bosio is going to be here defending the 5-second rule championship that he has. So we'll be right back after this.
On air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected to the Get Up and Go Show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Hey, I'm an adorable little kitten. Happy National Kitten Day. Could I be any cuter? I don't think so. And guess what? I will purr, and you will gush in a high-pitched, whiny baby voice and talk about every little thing I do. And just when you least expect it, I will claw your nose with my cute but razor-sharp kitty claws. Wait, is that a box? How did a box suddenly appear before me? I bet I could fit into that, no problem. Hey, you better get a photo of this and post it on my Instagram page. Nobody has ever seen a cute kitten in a box before.
7:08 on the Get Up and Go Show.
I heard that.
That's right. It's Friday, and you know that's right.
I know that's right.
You better believe it. It's the end of the work week.
And we learned just now that it's National Kitten Day too, Evan.
That's right.
And,
I heard that.
You know,
Better
just
believe it.
just a friendly reminder, as I'm such a big animal lover, that the kittens are nice. You know, like if you're looking to adopt from your area shelters, everybody wants that cuddly little kitten, right?
That's right.
But don't leave out the friendly older cats and dogs either, because some of the older cats and dogs can make very nice pets, and they would love you for giving them a home, you know, as they go on in years.
Exactly.
Just a friendly animal reminder.
Just remember, get your pets spayed or neutered to help the pet population.
I know that's right.
That's right.
Did you say that Drew Carey is now saying that too at the end of the
He's been
Price
saying
is
it
Right?
ever since he took over for Bob Barker.
Yeah, I'm probably. Oh yeah, come
When's
to
the
think
last
of
time
it,
you watched it?
I guess I always watch that Showdown, but then maybe I'm always like running to the bathroom or something to see what he's saying at the end of the show. I just haven't experienced that one,
All
but I'm
right.
glad he is saying it too.
Yes, without a doubt. It's time for birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day. So, of course, we give you all the celebrity birthdays, anniversaries, back in the day, local and non-local, and all that other good fun stuff. Bonnie, what do you have for me today?
Don't want to give a happy birthday shout out to anybody,
Nobody?
so I don't have to go out and buy any gift bags or gifts or cards today for anyone. I can save a day on making that purchase for my birthday friend.
Today is July the 10th. So in 13 more days, I'll be wishing somebody a happy 45th birthday. Not going to mention their name or anything like that, but they know who they are. They're very special to me.
She's probably dancing up and down. Just
If she was dancing up and down right now,
yeah.
I'd be very upset because she's in her vehicle
Oh.
listening to the show.
Okay.
But we don't want her dancing up and down while she's driving.
Well, she's probably turning up the volume on the radio right now, going, "Yes,"
Yes, because I didn't say her name.
or I didn't botch her name today.
Yeah, please.
Like, I'm sorry for making that mistake earlier in the week.
That's
But
already that's
But, you know,
that's water under the bridge.
I do get names mixed up now and then, and I always hate it when I haven't seen a friend after like a really long time, or it's been a while, and I can't remember their name.
I never
like,
forget a name.
It's like you almost wish they were wearing a name tag, you know, so you could just take a glance and, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, I do forget names once in a while.
Isabella Merced is 19 years old. That's the star of the live-action Dora the Explorer. Perry Edwards, 27. It's a little mix singer. Jessica Simpson, 40 years old.
Can
How about
you
that
believe she's made that 40 mark? Yeah, and I guess
Yeah.
she's truly happily married right now, too. And did you see the Dukes of Hazzard remake that they did back in the day? And then she played Catherine Bach's character
Mm-hmm.
on the show.
Yep.
Man, that was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely so, without a doubt. Jessica Simpson.
And her sister is who? Ashley Simpson, right?
Yes, correct.
Yep.
Yep. And then she has another brother or sister, I think, Bart Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
The whole Simpson family.
Oh, that clan too.
Yeah, that clan.
I did not know she was related.
Yeah. Chiwetel Ejiofor is 43 years old today. Scar in the live-action Lion King remake. Adrian Grenier, 44. That's Vincent Chase in Entourage. You know, this next girl is amazing on America's Got Talent. Sofia Vergara. Sofia Vergara is 48 years old.
So she's a judge on that show now.
Yes.
And
you didn't know that?
I don't watch the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Sofia Vergara is 48. She's married to Magic Mike and True Blood stud Joe Manganiello. But yeah, you ever get to watch the show, Bonnie? It's a great show. It's taken a little bit different of a turn because of COVID going on right now, so they don't have an audience anymore. So it's just the judges, and then you go on stage and you perform.
Yeah, it's weird seeing the show without audiences right now. Even the talk that I like to watch in the afternoon once in a while with the ladies on that show, it's just a weird seeing them all zoomed in from their home. And then when they have a guest on the show, they zoom into that guest. But it's kind of cool maybe seeing the background and maybe getting glimpses in their homes once in a while.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson has been doing her show remotely with no makeup on, and she's just all natural.
I bet she's beautiful without makeup.
She is. She's a beautiful young lady, and she performed a song the other day, and I would play it, but I'll get in trouble, so I won't play it. So she did a cover of Whitney Houston's "How Will I Know," and boy, did she nail it.
Oh, I bet she could. If anybody
she nailed it.
Yeah, if anybody could do a Whitney song, I'm sure it would be Kelly. And you know, she came out as that first American Idol back in the day, the winner of the show, and she's really come along as a respected musical artist, and now in kind of like a conglomerate of a family too, where she's married to Reba McEntire's son.
Right.
So her and Reba and, you know, that whole family and the talents going on, it's just like, wow.
Gary Laveau is 50. Now, do you have any idea who Gary Laveau is?
I do not.
He's the singer from Rascal Flatts.
Oh,
Some of their hits, I'm Moving On, These Days, Bless the Broken Road, and the Cars theme, Life is a Highway.
Now, they broke up a while ago, Rascal Flatts, or maybe not
They
broke
did?
up, but they just decided to not tour anymore for a while.
They stopped touring for a while.
Yeah.
But they never broke up. I will say that much. Neil Tennant is 66. That's the Pet Shop Boys singer. Arlo Guthrie, 73.
Riding on the city of New Orleans.
Yeah, there you go. Robert Pine, 79 years old today. That's Ponch and John's boss, Sergeant Joseph Gatrier on Chips. Celebrating birthdays in the heavens, Jake LaMotta, boxing legend played by Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. Fred Gwynn, that's Herman the Munster.
Yeah, I've been watching reruns of the Munsters lately, and it's just like, it's so fascinating seeing him play Herman Munster and knowing that he was in the Joe Pesci film too, where he played the judge and
Judge Haller.
There's Marissa Tomei, and he's the one that goes, "What is a Ute?"
Yeah, he was only
And
67. He died very young.
He was only 67 when he died.
Yep. Ron
Oh.
Glass, Shepherd on Firefly, also celebrating birthday in the heavens, along with David Brinkley, former NBC and ABC news correspondent. Arthur Ashe, boy, he left us way too soon. He was only 50 years old.
50.
Yeah, first African American inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. He died of AIDS, unfortunately, which he acquired via a blood transfusion. So there's your birthdays and anniversaries from today and up in the heavens. Today, of course, is National Kitten Day. It's also National Pina Colada Day. National Pina Colada Day, Bonnie.
You know, the last time I had a terrific pina colada now, I gotta say, it was at Applebee's.
Applebee's?
Yeah, and I mentioned having a great pina colada at the Longhorn Steakhouse before, and they do make an excellent one, but this girl brought me not one, but two pina coladas to the table, and I'll tell you what, Evan, these pina coladas tasted like milkshakes. They were
Really?
so good and sweet.
Okay.
But of course, we were in a little party of 3. So, since I got 2, I had to share my pina coladas.
Very nice.
They made a good one.
We have 56 days until the Labor Day weekend, and then probably another wave of coronavirus right after that.
Oh, please don't say it.
So I hate to say it, but people are going to go in the masses.
Yeah, it's
just a fact of life.
It's kind of like it's putting a weight on my soul, and like everybody else's, because like Halloween is one of my favorite holidays too. And don't get me wrong, I'm still going to like decorate like crazy for it and get my house in that Halloween spirit and that spirit going into fall. But I think I'm going to miss the trick-or-treaters coming around again. And I know we heard Sheriff William Snyder too, that it's kind of like it was still up in the air about doing a trunk or treat. And
no, that's not
pretty
happening.
sure they're not having the trunk or treat in Stewart now. And that's a big event too every year. I mean,
they come out in the masses for that one.
Sheriff Snyder gets on the air with us every year and, starts talking about it like 2 or 3 months ahead of time. Of course, it is huge and they like to get all the vendors and everything situated. But I just going to be missing the fact that one won't be even going on. And I'm sure the little kiddies in the neighborhood will be missing it as well.
I could guarantee you that this year, how many people are going to dress up as a doctor with a surgical mask?
Oh, boy.
Think about that, Bonnie.
Oh, Lordy.
Think about that. That's a lot of people are going to do that.
Yeah. And, it's not going to seem original because we're so used to seeing people in masks.
Right.
And every time I turn on a show now, that person is unrecognizable because they're behind the mask.
Got to say good morning to Dr. Red Tyler. He's listening to us in Orlando, Florida. Michael Cooperman listening down in Miami. Good morning to you fellas. Thank you so much for joining in the program. I wonder how many people are going to dress up as COVID-19. Think about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that one.
What would COVID-19 look like? A little
like a germ,
like a virus,
like a germ,
like a
red. They show a picture of a virus all the time, so it's I can imagine what it'll look like.
Yeah, and that COVID,
all these little tentacles sticking out.
COVID-19 moving toward them, and that's why everybody will be wearing their masks.
If you had one person or one thing you could dress up as for Halloween, Bonnie, what would it be?
I haven't really thought about that one. I think, I like the style of a cowgirl. So like with maybe a cowboy hat and some boots and play a little country music just to change my theme up a little bit.
That's it. Just a cowboy hat and boots.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Maybe a horse to ride too might go with that theme, and some boots and spurs.
Okay. So now we got boots, spurs, cowboy hat, and a horse. So you're going to get on this thing naked.
Oh, no.
Well, you said just a hat and boots and spurs.
Well, yeah.
You got to have something else.
I got to be rocking the tight jeans.
Okay.
Rocking the tight jeans.
The skinny jeans?
Skinny jeans and a plaid shirt might do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have skinny jeans?
I do. I
have like 4 or 5 pair.
Do you?
That I rock. I rock skinny jeans at the age of 60.
They're comfortable, actually,
I have
aren't they?
issue with skinny jeans.
Yeah.
No. They're form fitting. They show your curves and they make you look good.
There's nothing like being able to take that most nice, comfortable, fitting pair of jeans out of the closet.
I hate
it's
baggy
comforting.
jeans. I don't like baggy jeans, especially. Like I'll be walking down and I'll see somebody in front of me wearing baggy jeans, and it looks like they've got a load in their pants.
And they're falling down, right?
Well,
the jeans are falling down.
I don't know if they're so much as falling down, but some people, the way they wear their jeans, it looks like they're carrying a load back there.
Oh my!
Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, serious load. Yeah. 7:21 news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A protest is being planned in Martin County over whether or not residents should have to comply with the county's new mandatory mask mandate. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the details.
Here at the corner of US 1 and Monterey Road is where the organizer says their group will be gathering Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
I was so frustrated by seeing the opinions of the people being spoken and yet absolutely disregarded. by the passing of the mask mandate.
Brittany Mozingo says Martin County commissioners overstepped when they passed the mask mandate.
And you're pitting the American people against each
Oh,
other.
is it?
And that's absolutely like the opposite of what county government should be doing.
And that residents are now threatening to shop exclusively in St. Lucie County, where masks are not mandatory.
I think we're going to see a big hit to Martin County business because of this. And I think that's an unfortunate side effect that maybe was not thought of.
It's been awful. I think we're all trying to remain positive.
Michelle Davis owns the Island Cotton Company in downtown Stewart.
I'm wearing it, as an abundance of caution. And I'm glad when my customers have it on to make me feel safe as well.
And says that she and neighboring businesses cannot afford to lose customers during this already difficult time.
I think we're all just a little crushed right now. There's at least 3 businesses that will not be opening their doors again that I know of, several businesses that are for sale at the moment.
Now, we did reach out to St. Lucie County officials for comment. They say that they've received emails from residents there threatening to shop exclusively here in Martin County, where masks are mandatory and they feel more safe. Reporting in Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
The coronavirus is claiming its deadliest one-day toll in Florida. 120 new fatalities reported yesterday, along with nearly 9,000 new cases. In Jacksonville, Governor Ron DeSantis was asked about the ongoing spike in cases.
A case does not necessarily mean someone's in the hospital or anything like that. It means they tested positive. And so I think folks should just view it in the proper context and perspective. Same time, we would like to see positivity decline.
Advent health officials said today their hospitals have capacity for a COVID-19 surge. They have 20% of its ICU beds and 16% of all beds available across their whole 16-hospital healthcare system. President and CEO Daryl Toll says they've been operating in a normal range of capacity so far and that it remains manageable. And Fort Lauderdale Police Chief Rick Manglione is off the job.
I'm making this change after consulting with our elected leaders who are supportive of my decision to begin a search for our next police chief, as is custom in any large organization where there is transition.
City Manager Chris Lagerbloom, his removal as chief comes almost 6 weeks after a member of his SWAT team shot a peaceful protester in the face with a foam rubber bullet, as other officers laughed and joked about firing potentially lethal weapons at civilians. Stanford, which has long boasted one of the most robust collections of varsity sports in the country, will cut 11 of its varsity programs at the conclusion of the 2020-21 academic year as it deals with the ongoing financial ramifications of the coronavirus pandemic. The 11 sports that will be discontinued are men's and women's fencing, field hockey, lightweight rowing, men's rowing, co-ed and women's sailing, squash, synchronized swimming, men's volleyball, and wrestling. News time, it's 7:25, and weather and traffic together are next.
$7:26 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, to the north of us, we are seeing an accident. It's on I-95 northbound up in Fort Pierce. This is at mile marker 130, and there's not any roadblock from this vehicle crash. Here in Martin County, the roads are clear, no accidents or tie-ups. There's our latest look at traffic. Currently in Stuart, it's 78. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, very warm and humid with isolated rainfall possible. Then this afternoon, hot and humid with near record highs in the low to mid 90s and the heat index around 105 degrees. Winds will be a little breezy out of the west, and scattered showers and thunderstorms moving from west to east are possible this afternoon and this evening. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:30 on the Get Up and Go show. Bonnie, it's been an eventful morning show so far, and we have lots more to come. Coming up in about 30 minutes from now, Sergeant Brian Bosio from the Stuart Police Department is going to be joining us on our line for our version of 5-second rule to see if he can defend his championship. It's an 11-week contest, and the person with the most wins will actually get to go up against the chief of police for the Stuart Police Department.
And I believe we have gift certificates too that we're giving from Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
I've got them hidden under here so nobody finds them.
So they can have some fine fresh wraps and delicious hot bowl of soups daily.
Everybody gets a $20 gift certificate. The winner does each week, so you could pretty much basically stockpile those bad boys.
Yeah, so I wonder if our boss will win again.
We'll have to see, without a doubt. But it's time for Stupid News.
And now it's time for Stupid News.
It's so stupid and awesome.
Where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
There's that banjo picking again. I love that. Let's go to Oregon. Newberg, Oregon, where early Sunday morning, the cops in Newberg, Oregon, got a call about a stolen Toyota Land Cruiser SUV. Well, they tracked it down and got into a chase with the car thief, who turned out to be a 27-year-old guy named Randy Lee Cooper. Randy Lee Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as Randy sped through the town, He crashed into a parked Buick Regal. That let the cops catch up to him. They arrested him on several charges, including unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, eluding assault, and more. But that's not all, Bonnie. Turned out the Buick that he crashed into was also stolen. So a stolen car crashes into another stolen car.
Another stolen vehicle.
Also stolen, a 25-year-old woman named Kristen Begoo was inside of that vehicle, and she was drunk. So she was also arrested for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and DUI.
Well, they both deserve to get their share of what they were getting that day then.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me a little thankful that he didn't run into somebody's vehicle that was, just parked there and they weren't under fire with any kind of alcohol on their breath, or they both got their just desserts, I think.
Yeah, exactly. A 44-year-old guy named Don Peters went into Subway in Akron, Ohio on Saturday afternoon. He was drunk and he started demanding that they make him a sandwich. But he wasn't happy with how they were doing it. So he forced his way behind the counter to make his own sandwich.
Oh.
Cops came and they found a bottle of vodka in his pocket. And also, he pocketed a block of Subway's cheese at some point while he was making his own sandwich. He was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct, criminal damaging, and having an open container.
That might not be a bad idea for Subway to do. Just allow you to go back there and make your own sandwich. Do you know why, Evan?
Why?
Because I find it when I go in there sometime, it's hit or miss on who is making your sandwich.
Oh, okay.
And seriously, there'll be a guy behind the counter, which I love the way he makes the sandwiches. And then there'll be some people behind the counter that just don't have the love for it or seem to care and put the love into the sandwich that they would like to eat, and therefore you would like to eat.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It would be fun to go
I don't
in
know
there.
if a Subway would ever do that, though. Go to make your own sandwich, especially with all the crap going on in the world.
I know. It without it, though, without the crud going on, it could be a kind of a neat idea, maybe.
A man who fired a gun into a murder victim's grave during a burial service has been sentenced to 15 years in federal prison.
Wow.
Yeah, Elton Stevenson of Chicago drew a handgun at the Evergreen Cemetery, and he fired a single shot into the grave of a man who had been murdered 2 days earlier. He yelled, quote, "You got what you deserved."
Wow.
Before firing the shot into the already dead man's grave.
Man, that's
Stevenson then waved the gun in the direction of mourners and fled. He was arrested a short time later near the entrance of the cemetery.
There must have been some bad blood there somewhere between he and the deceased, maybe. Huh.
Firing a gun into a dead man's grave? I mean, that's a little morbid.
That's very morbid.
I mean, the guy's dead already. I mean,
let him RIP, right?
Yeah, let him rest in peace.
Yeah.
Regardless. I mean,
strange.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very strange.
Mm-hmm.
State police from the Everett Patrol Unit have charged a Maryland woman who they say was driving backwards in the left lane of the Pennsylvania Turnpike in Bedford County.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Samara Coles, 27 years old, of Silver Spring, Maryland, was reportedly driving in reverse in the left lane of the Turnpike. Police report they received multiple calls about a Mercedes-Benz. The caller had reported the woman at mile marker 150, and then another caller reported the vehicle still traveling in reverse at mile marker 151. Troopers say they arrived on the scene, and a truck driver had stopped his tractor trailer behind the driver to prevent anybody from being hit.
Oh, he's the hero then.
The driver was then found passed out in the Mercedes with the doors all locked. EMS responded, and the driver was found to be under the influence of drugs and was taken into custody. Charges for DUI, drug possession, and drug paraphernalia are pending, according to the popo.
Yeah, it's a good thing that those dispatchers got multiple calls rather than hearing of multiple accidents to report of people just kind of like the ramification of it could have been people just slamming into her into her bumper and whatnot, and having multiple accidents there too.
Yeah.
Great for that tractor trailer guy to kind of get in there and help save the day.
Yeah, definitely so.
Wow.
Let's go to St. Petersburg, Florida, where there's a 25-year-old woman named Sella Sierra. Sella Sierra in St. Petersburg. She lives with her boyfriend and their baby son. And on Monday night, Sella Sierra and her boyfriend got into an argument over toilet paper. Toilet paper, Bonnie. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The police report doesn't give any details about what toilet paper topic led to the argument, just that it was something about toilet paper. She wound up getting physical with her boyfriend and scratching him a bunch of times on his shoulder. So she was arrested for domestic battery. And it turns out she was also arrested back in September, also for scratching her boyfriend during a fight.
Wow. Maybe it was somebody's turn to go out and buy the toilet paper, and maybe he didn't want to do it, so they were out of TP, and who knows, then he got scratched.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just like the craziness that you hear of just people getting out of control. Like I said before, people really got to count to 10.
So now here's another interesting story. This one out of New York. Okay. New York has had to stop a $6.6 million program to give vasectomies to deer on Staten Island because of budget cuts.
They had to stop that program?
They had to stop that program.
I didn't know they were giving vasectomies to deer before.
Yeah.
This is the first time
never heard of this before in Staten Island.
They must have like
$6.5 million.
Huge deer population there.
I guess. I don't know. That's very strange.
I never heard Staten Island, New York, right? So
yeah, Staten Island, New York.
I suppose if you ever drive up in that area, you truly better, watch out for the deer running out in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Either that or they're running away from their vasectomies.
Wow.
Wow. Boy.
Yeah. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. $6.5 million dedicated to vasectomies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it must be just like a high deer population up that way. I wonder if they have an open season for deer in that area.
Open season for mating, right?
Oh, I was saying for hunting.
Oh, hunting.
For like deer hunting.
All right.
I think where I grew up, it usually has started like somewhere in November. I always remember them like deer hunting around Thanksgiving time.
Wow.
So I don't know if they're hunting up in Staten Island, New York. Do you ever see those little deer when you go down into the Keys?
No.
I think I've been down to the Keys, maybe 4 or 5 times. I've seen a couple down there in that area.
Okay.
The little tiny key deer.
All right.
That are really cute. I think they're protected down there too. So there is no hunting of the key deer in the Keys.
The key deer.
Yeah.
The key deer.
Yeah, you've heard of them, right?
Yes.
Yep, they're all just little tiny ones.
Wow.
And in all my ventures here, Evan, like here in Florida, I know we have deer here, and I do see deer crossing.
Yes.
However,
I've seen them out where I live.
Do you?
On the back highway, yes.
I've only seen one here in all my years living here, and that was when I was traveling north to Palm Bay on I-95.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think I see like in the Becker Road area where I'm traveling Gilson and then I get out in the country there and go back. I think there might be a deer crossing sign, but I've traveled that road several times too, and I've never seen a deer.
Okay.
I did see a wild pig out there one night.
Oh.
It was a big black wild boar that I saw.
I've seen some of those also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. Let's go to Tennessee for our final story, where Tennessee has taken action against a Hamilton County lawyer accused of showing up to court drunk to represent a DUI suspect.
Oh, gee.
Okay. Last week, the board says in June last month that Jones was late to court. That must be the attorney. The attorney smelled like alcohol and acted erratic. The attorney was removed from the courthouse and later charged with public intoxication, but that charge was later dropped. The board says that the attorney had to repay the client $1,650 of the $2,000 fee he received from the client because he could not provide services properly.
Yeah, that makes sense. He had to, show up and represent, and he showed up drunk too, and that wasn't representing his client.
Oh,
very
he
well.
represented all right, but he represented in the wrong way.
Yeah,
is what he did. So, note to self, Bonnie, when you go to court.
Okay, I'm going to be like Phil here. Let me write a little note, to
there
myself.
You go. You're catching on.
Whenever I have to go.
Note to
go
self.
And do this again.
If you're an attorney and you go to court, don't drink and practice law. It's like drinking and driving.
Or maybe see if you can, give the judge a little ringy dingy ding and see if you can represent at home on Zoom where they can't see your bloodshot eyes or smell your breath.
That's even worse because if you're drunk on Zoom, God only knows what you'll do on camera.
Oh, that's true.
And that could turn out to be a complete nightmare.
People not knowing how to use their technology.
Like the guy that took the meeting in the shower and forgot to turn his camera off.
Yikes.
And all the other council members, well, they got a free shot.
It makes me glad I'm not messing around with this stuff at home. And I know people do TikTok and whatnot. I think for me, Facebook is more than enough.
Yeah. That things like that remind me of the song The Streak by Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
They call me the Streak.
Oh, yeah.
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 Definitely. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. What's the most outlandish thing you've ever done in your lifespan?
Outlandish.
The most outlandish, wildest, crazy thing you've ever done.
I know when I was a kid, we used to crawl through culverts.
Culverts? What's a culvert?
Culvert is like, you have your little bottom swell of your ground at home and the steel pipe culvert that goes between the road and your driveway.
Right.
The round culvert thing. Well, back up home where I grew up, some of those culverts out in the middle of nowhere used to be so big that we could fit through as kids, and we would crawl right through them.
Wow.
Yeah, little tomboys we were.
Okay.
And
are you still a tomboy? Do you still do? Are you still like tomboyish? Can you get down and dirty and nitty gritty and hang with the best of them? Can you hang with the fellas?
Not as well as I used to be.
No?
I'm just not. What's that song? That country music song? I'm
Redneck Girl?
No, it's like something about I'm not the man I used to be, or half the woman, or something I used to be.
Okay.
It might have been by Toby Keith or one of those popular. I'll have to look that one up.
Please do.
Okay.
Please find out what song that was. 7:45. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A protest is being planned in Martin County over whether or not residents should have to comply with the county's new mandatory mask mandate. And WPTV's Derek Lowe has the details.
Here at the corner of US 1 and Monterey Road is where the organizer says their group will be gathering Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
I was so frustrated by seeing the opinions of the people being spoken and yet absolutely disregarded by the passing of the mask mandate.
Brittany Mozingo says Martin County commissioners overstepped when they passed the mask mandate.
And you're pitting the American people against each other, and that's absolutely like the opposite of what county government should be doing.
And that residents are now threatening to shop exclusively in St. Lucie County, where masks are not mandatory.
I think we're going to see a big hit to Martin County business because of this, and I think that's an unfortunate side effect that maybe was not thought of.
It's been awful. I think we're all trying to remain positive.
Michelle Davis owns the Island Cotton Company in downtown Stuart.
I'm wearing it, as an abundance of caution, and I'm glad when my customers have it on to make me feel safe as well.
And says that she and neighboring businesses cannot afford to lose customers during this already difficult time.
I think we're all just a little crushed right now. There's at least 3 businesses that will not be opening their doors again that I know of, several businesses that are for sale at the moment.
Now, we did reach out to St. Lucie County officials for comment. They say that they've received emails from residents there threatening to shop exclusively here in Martin County, where masks are mandatory and they feel more safe. Reporting in Stewart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
The Tampa Bay area is in the running to be the home for the headquarters for Space Force.
In its bid proposal, Hillsborough County is betting on the location of MacDill Air Force Base as one reason to be selected. Pinellas County is proposing a site near the St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport to be used for the new facility. More than 1,400 Space Force personnel will relocate to the new headquarters. 6 other locations in Florida are also being considered. I'm Reed Shepard.
SpaceX will try again to launch another batch of Starlink internet satellites. Liftoff from Kennedy Space Center scheduled for tomorrow at 11:54 a.m. Eastern Time. And the 6th named storm of the season formed Thursday. WPTV's meteorologist James Wieland has this.
We'll start off with the tropics because hurricane hunters were out here flying around this disturbance and found that it is a tropical storm, and thus 5 o'clock advisory has been issued. Tropical Storm Faye is born right on top of the Outer Banks there. Expected to hug the coastline and head due north or just to the east of due north over the next couple of days, bringing some gusty winds, high seas, and some rainfall to the mid-Atlantic and then up into the Northeast and New England states. For us, this won't bother us at all.
Lastly, jobless claims in Florida continue to drop. The week of June 29th had around 67,000 new claims filed, a decrease of more than 17,000 from previous numbers. But officials say the 4th of July holiday could be partially responsible as people had fewer business days they could file a claim. And NBA players will get to have a little extracurricular fun in their bubble in Orlando when the season resumes later this month. They're getting after-hours access to certain attractions like Expedition Everest, the Rock and Roller Coaster, and Test Track Epcot. Wow, sounds like fun. News time 7:49. Weather and traffic together are next.
$7:50 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Up in Fort Pierce, there's an accident. It's on I-95 northbound at mile marker 130, and this is a little bit north of State Road 70, and there's not any roadblock in that location. There's your latest look at traffic. We are warm this morning, too, up to 80 in Stewart. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, very warm and humid with isolated rainfall possible. Then this afternoon, hot and humid with near record highs in the low to mid 90s and the heat index around 105 degrees. Winds will be a little breezy out of the west and scattered showers and thunderstorms moving from west to east are possible this afternoon and this evening. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bob.
3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble waking up.
Thank God it's Friday.
Is it Friday already?
You want to know an ideal Friday in my world?
Moronic commentary and stupid sound effects.
This is my kind of show.
They got great banter.
Yeah!
It's Friday, pumpkin. Thank God it's Friday.
Hold on a second. You guys are the best.
Well then, what are we waiting for?
You have to say it. Say what?
It's showtime.
It's showtime, and it's Friday, Bonnie, and TGIF, and another work week has gone by.
And Evan, you know that Toby Keith song I was trying to think of earlier when you kind of
As good as I once was.
that's what I was trying to think of. It's kind of like when you're comparing yourself to now, the mature person that you are, to what you used to do, and
Wait a minute, are you saying that I've never been mature before? Is that what you were just saying?
You just get that feeling that you're not as good as you once was.
I'm always as good as I once was.
But every now and then somebody gets to that level. Am I as good as I used to be?
Okay.
Am I running as fast as I did?
I still think I have the same spunk that I have now at 60 that I do when I was 40.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
like, what are you taking?
Nothing.
But I can see that happening. You know,
It's just pepping my step.
there are actually some 60-year-olds and 50, maybe even 70-year-olds sometimes who are like seem to be in better shape or
See,
feeling better
it's how
than some
you-
people in their 20s.
It's how you live your life.
It is.
Okay. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to sit around all day and not do anything. I like to stay active. I mean, I can't be as active as I want to be now because of all the crap that's going on, but I definitely want to be active. And that's the key is to staying active. Now, my father lived almost to 87, and he was the type that he would go out and he would go dancing. My dad was like Don Juan. I hate to say it. I mean, I love my father, don't get me wrong, but my father was a modern day Don Juan. I kid you not. My dad had girlfriends in different counties.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was amazing to watch him work the system.
Yeah.
Was like that blew me away.
And
he was a modern day Casanova.
And was he married to your mom during all that duration?
No.
Oh, they had been apart.
No, my mom passed. My mom
I
passed
see.
a long time ago.
Oh, he was a widower then,
Yes.
and then he started dating.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Kind of started hitting the scene, and he must have been Lance the romance person.
Lance the romance person. Lance the romance
What
person.
was your dad's name?
My dad's name was Joe.
Joe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Joseph.
Hey, Joe.
Joseph, Colonel Joe 9.
Hey, Joe, what do you know?
47 years in the United States Army. 47 years
Mhm.
as a colonel.
Well, we salute him for his
That's
service.
a long time.
That's a very long military career.
Some people don't even live to 47.
Yeah.
So
It's sad, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time, 47 years. And then of course Haley went in. She was in for 9 years, so she did her business as well.
9 is a good long time too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9 years, and last name is 9.
Mm-hmm.
So go figure that one. So that's a long time.
I know my dad was in the army, but he was the younger generation. He went to Korea,
Mhm.
but with the Korean War, now he was a little bit young. He didn't fight in it, but he showed me pictures, and he brought back these interesting slides of when he was there for the cleanup.
Okay,
The
I
cleanup
got you.
after the war.
I
Yeah.
got you. We have to step back for a moment and get ready here. The news is coming up next, and then 5-second rule with Brian Bosio. Sergeant Brian Bosio, the reigning champion, going up against the challenger, Corporal Tammy Farnham from the Stewart Police Department with WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station.
do next. Right.
On the air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your host, Evan and Bonnie.
8:06 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. And Bonnie, you know what time it is, don't you?
Time for our 5-second rule game.
That's right. It's time for our 5-second rule game with the illustrious Stewart Police Department police officers. It's an 11-week game that we're doing right now. So let me introduce the contestants first. We have the challenger. She's a 25-year veteran of the Stewart Police Department. She has 7 grandkids, a mother of 4, and God only knows what else she has under her belt or over her belt. We don't know, or anywhere on her belt. I wouldn't want to get hit with a taser by her, that's for sure.
No.
Please
I know what belt she does not have.
All right, you hush up there, boss. We haven't got to you yet, okay? It's not your
Yes,
time.
sir.
Don't
Yes,
steal
sir.
don't steal her thunder. Please give a big round of applause for Corporal Tammy Barnum. Small round of applause there. That was the peanut gallery. Let me give her another round of applause.
We'll give her a bigger one.
There we go.
Yo, Tammy.
All right, Tammy, welcome to the program.
Woohoo! Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, next, the reigning, defending champion of the 5-second rule. He is currently 1-0 as he won.
That's 2-0.
Well, that doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
This is only
Not
against
gonna
your.
be 2-0.
Yeah,
It's not going to be 2-0.
Yeah, it's only 1-0 because she only won against one police officer.
Oh, okay.
He has a significant other with a whole bunch of kids located all over the United States and then some. Please welcome the reigning defending champion, Sergeant Brian Bozzio, otherwise known as Boz.
Good morning, Bonnie. How are you?
Good morning, boss. I'm giving a big clap for you two now.
All right, so the way the game works, it's very simple. The way the game works, it's very simple. You're going to have 5 seconds or 5 seconds to name 3 things that I ask. So to make the game fair, we're going to spin the wheel and see who's going to go first. Now, on our prize wheel that's here in studio, I've managed to secure a picture of Brian Bozzio and also a picture of Tammy Farnham. So every other space, it has a picture of each other. So we're going to spin the wheel and we'll see who's going to go first. Here we go. All right, so it looks like, Tammy, you're going to get to go first, okay?
Okay.
All right, so it's very simple. Like I said, I'm going to ask you to name 3 things of top, whatever it is. You're going to have 5 seconds. The timer will go, and if you get it right, you get a point. If not, the next person goes, and it'll go back and forth until whoever has the most points. All right, here we go. Question number 1, this is for Corporal Tammy Farnham. Name 3 yellow foods. Ready? Go.
A banana, corn, yellow.
See, it's not that easy.
But you got you got a good start on
You
that.
had a good start. You
Very
got
good.
2 out of 3.
Now, can Brian steal my answers? Is
No.
this the same one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
'Cause
he gets-
he sets this up to cheat that way. That's how he won last week.
No, he gets his own question. Okay? All right. All right, boss. Here we go. Brian, name 3 muscles. Ready? Go.
Biceps, triceps, quadriceps.
Very good. All right. Bozzio's got a point, Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Back.
That's how it works, Sammy.
Yeah, there you go.
I know. I feel like I'm.
All right, Tammy, this should be an easy one for you. Name 3 military ranks. Ready? Go.
Corporal, sergeant, and lieutenant.
Very good. All right. So what are you owing about?
That's a gimme. We're in a
Well-
paramilitary organization, but that's fine.
Okay. All right, here we go, Boz.
I've never even been in the military.
Oh boy, here we go. We're trash talking. All right, here we go. Boz, this question's for you. Name 3 European countries. Ready? Go.
Italy, France, and England.
Bonnie, can you verify those? Are those 3 European countries?
Yes, the judges say that. Yes, they are.
All right, very good. All right, here we go. Tammy, here's your question. Name 3 mammals. Ready? Go.
Humans, manatee, and oh, I can't even say that. That ticking really gets into your head, doesn't it, Sam?
Here we go. Boz, ready? You ready, Boz?
I am more than ready.
Name 3 5-letter words. Ready? Go.
Fazio, you should have just thought of an AC/DC song. That AC/DC song that goes in your head. They have a lot of 4 and 5-letter words in their songs.
Oh, no point there. All right, here we go.
No.
All right. All right. All right. All right, here we go. Back to Tammy. Name 3 things not to do on a job interview. Ready? Go.
Lie, show up late, and pick your nose.
Very good.
Tammy scores.
I'll take that one. All right. Bonnie, what's the score?
We have a tie. It's
All right, here we go, Boz.
I'm ready.
Name 3 professional boxers. Ready? Go.
Mike Tyson.
All right, here we go. Back to you, Tammy. Name 3 family pets. Ready? Go.
Dog, cat, and hamster.
That was record time.
that really was. That was
Yeah.
You rushed that like lightning, Tammy.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm going to come back.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
All right. All right, here we go, Boz. Name
I'm ready.
3 jungle. Ready? Go.
Monkey, lion, and a snake.
Did he? I don't know, Bonnie.
Wah, wah, wah.
We're gonna have to go to the judges.
Yeah.
Bonnie, what do you think? I don't
dear.
think so.
That time, Mr. Bazio, I think it wasn't tied with the runner. It sounds like that snake came in a little bit behind
Yeah, the
that
snake
buzzer.
was a little
You got
behind
a
the
replay
buzzer.
booth? You got a replay? You send it up here, please?
No, this is not the NFL.
Wah, wah.
This is not the NFL.
The
Sorry.
replay is in my head, and
Yeah.
if that one didn't quite snake it in that time.
Yeah, get it, snake it in. He was trying to be a snake.
Sorry,
All right.
Mr. Bazio.
All right, here we go.
All right, well.
All right, Tammy, here we go. Name 3 things that you can be allergic to. Ready? Go.
Bees, peanut butter, and flowers.
Oh, Bonnie, that's another buzzer beater. What do we do on that one?
Yeah.
What do you think?
That was just a little sneaky note behind the buzzer to Tammy, not tied with the
Judges are
runner.
strict today.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Gotta be fair. Gotta be
They're
fair.
calling a tight game.
Yes.
It is tight.
Okay, all right, Boz, here we go. Here's your question. Name 3 things on a farm. Ready? Go.
Cows, chickens, and farmers.
That one. And what was your third answer?
Farmers. The guys
Farmers?
who do the farming.
Oh, farmers.
Farm.
Do they don't even have it in Boston. They don't have farmers.
Thank you.
I didn't know if you said farmers or llamas.
Well, either or.
But either or, that one made it.
Bonnie, can I get a score check, please?
Yes, it is 4-3 with Boz in the lead.
Okay, all right, here we go. Tammy, name 3 road signs. Ready? Go.
Caution, minute work, no left turn.
Nice job.
Very good.
Very nice job.
All right. Boz, name 3 condiments. Ready? Go.
Relish, ketchup, and mustard.
All right, very good. Tight game so far, right?
5-4 right
5
now.
to 4. All right.
Tammy's turn,
All
right?
right. All right, here we go. Tammy, name 3 things to pack for your vacation. Ready? Go.
Swimsuit, a hat, and a toothbrush.
Very good. All right. Here we go, Boz. Name 3 Olympic gold medalists. Ready? Go.
Mary Lou Retton, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan.
No.
Yep.
Wait a minute. I think we would have to look in on that answer, right? You said
Well,
Larry.
they had the Dream Team back in was it the late 80s,
No.
early 90s?
But the thing is, you came in after the buzzer is what the judges are saying.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right. So
Wow.
it's tied now, isn't it, Bonnie?
It is tied.
We are tied. All right, here we go.
5-all.
And we have like a minute and a half left. All right, Tammy, here we go. Name 3 activities in a nursing home. Ready? Go.
Bingo, coloring, and ice cream hour.
She's been looking into some that she can move into in a couple of years, so that's not fair.
Ice cream.
Wow.
Eating, that's happiness in a nursing home. Looking forward to that ice cream.
So
I love it.
Tammy's ahead by 4. 4-3.
It is,
All right.
the score is 6-5.
Oh, 6-5.
6-5
Okay.
is
All
our
right.
true score.
All right, here we go. All right, Boz, name 3 people you might find in a hospital. Ready? Go.
Doctors, nurses, and intake people.
Yeah.
Very good.
6-all now.
All right, here we go. All right, close game here. All
Very
right,
close.
got about a minute left. All right, Tammy, name 3 things people worry about. Ready? Go.
School, work, and the rain.
Whoa, what was the last one?
Rain.
Rain.
Yes, people worry about the
Right.
rain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not enough
You?
rain, too much rain. You flood your house. My plants are dying because I didn't get enough rain. Yes. You want rain.
That is true.
All right.
Yep.
If you worry about rain,
All right.
that's not much to worry about.
Bonnie, we're still.
Go ahead.
Is it,
When you're
what- what's-
camping in a tent and it rains, you worry about it.
okay.
Yeah. Or if you have to drive to
Gosh.
work in it.
You two are like 2 people bickering in a deli line at Publix. Wow.
Am I not? I'm winning though right now, right?
By a
7-6.
score of 7-6. Yes.
7-6.
Yeah, and we only have a few seconds left, so I think he needs to just admit defeat and let's move on.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh.
Look
Okay.
at this.
All right. Here we go, Boz.
I'm ready.
This is going to be your last one.
All right.
Okay, because we're running out of time. All right. Name
I'm ready.
3 states with coasts on the Atlantic Ocean. Ready? Go.
Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Florida.
Okay.
So we have a tie game
We
now,
have a
Evan.
tie game now.
Yeah.
All right. We're in sudden death.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
How's that defeat looking now, Tam?
All right. All
Brian.
right. Here we go. All right, Tammy. Name 3 colors in a rainbow. Ready? Go.
Go.
Red, orange, yellow.
Very good. All right. Very good.
8-7 is our score.
All right, Boz. We're in sudden death.
Go.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
You have to get this correct or she wins.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Name 3 characters on SpongeBob. Ready? Go.
Oh, Patrick, SpongeBob, and Squidward.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
This is a really
Okay.
close race.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
SpongeBob fan.
All right. Yeah, I could tell. All
I
right.
got scared there. I had no idea.
Yeah. All right. Here we go, Tammy. Chance to take the lead. We're in sudden death still. Name 3 things that you can vacuum. Ready? Go.
Carpet, the I don't know. 3 things. Oh,
Oh no.
I know.
All right, Boz. You could win it all here.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Name 3 months with 31 days. Ready?
Oh.
Go.
July, October.
That was
Correct.
B3, yes.
And our winner 2 weeks in a row is the Boz.
I'd like to thank everybody. This is not an easy feat. I do train for this. Just letting everybody. It's not as easy as it looks.
Wow.
A close race, though, again.
Well-
it's a score 9-8 today.
Tammy,
Very worthy opponent.
unfortunately, Tammy, we don't have any parting gifts.
Well, that's okay. Well, I don't know. He's going to take me to lunch anyway.
There you go. There you
So-
go.
Well, Brian,
I know he set this up, so it's I know how he works.
Brian, you've earned another gift certificate from Ellie's Downtown Deli.
Awesome.
So, man, you're just cranking these things up, and then you'll be back next Friday with another challenger from the Stewart Police Department.
I am looking forward to it.
And please make sure that you get us a challenger that is, Tammy was strong. She was very strong.
Very strong.
But, you have the advantage over me because you pick your opponent. So I want to make sure that you pick a strong opponent.
Well, we
Okay.
can have Tammy pick the next opponent. That's fine.
You know what?
We can
I think that's great.
That would
Tammy,
be fair.
Tammy, why don't you pick the next opponent for next week,
Okay.
who it's going to be, get the information to Boz, and Boz will get it to me.
All right, that sounds good.
All right. Thank you guys for playing along. And that's how you play 5-second rule with the Stewart Police Department.
Nice job today.
Nice job, guys.
Oh,
I appreciate it. And we will talk to you. Brian, we'll speak to you next week. Tammy, have a great day. And lastly, Tammy, thank you for your service as well.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Boz. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys later.
Have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye now. That was fun.
Yeah. And I
Always
think
fun.
they're having like a lot of fun
They
with that
did.
one
They had
too.
a lot of fun. 8:20. Go to the news desk. Bonnie?
And the coronavirus is claiming its deadliest one-day toll in Florida. 120 new fatalities reported yesterday, along with nearly 9,000 new cases. In Jacksonville, Governor Ron DeSantis was asked about the ongoing spike in cases.
A case does not necessarily mean someone's in the hospital or anything like that. It means they tested positive. And so I think folks should just view it in the proper context and perspective. Same time, we would like to see positivity decline.
A dog named Boo had to be euthanized after it was found severely emaciated, infested with fleas and ants. However, the owner was never charged. WPTV's Treasure Coast reporter Megan McRoberts has more on the story.
Body camera footage shows the scene a Fort Pierce police officer walked up to in December. A dog named Boo was lying on a carport floor, weak, emaciated, and infested with ants and fleas.
How long has it been down? About 2 days now.
And officers hit by the lofting smell of an infection caused by a heavy chain neck.
I smell when I walked up here.
Police were first met on scene by a friend of the owner,
Are you the one that called? No. I should have a long time ago.
telling deputies stories that the dog had been missing for months. But officers learned the dog returned home 6 days prior, dropped off by an unknown female. The owner blurred out in this video, said he didn't know who that female was, nor did he try to find out why the dog was in such poor condition. Police call animal control to the scene.
They've had it back home 2 days. And
Animal control officers prepare to take Boo to a vet.
No, I just can't believe you had a dog for 2 days and you didn't call for any kind of medical help or any vet or anything. No. That there is animal cruelty right there.
But no animal cruelty charges were filed.
okay, boo-boo.
The state attorney's office saying there was not enough evidence to show the owner caused this condition, saying the dog had such severe emaciation that it could not have occurred in the days the dog.
Shocked.
But Susan Perry with United for Animals feels the owner should still be responsible for failing to give the dog much needed care.
He had Boo for 6 days and 6 nights and did nothing.
Though Animal Control says he was given a fine and multiple civil citations for animal cruelty. Perry now rallying for support to have police resubmit a request for an arrest warrant for animal cruelty.
We need this to be pursued as a criminal charge, not just tickets.
And Perry going as far as to ask the public to not only contact the police department, but even the Fort Pierce mayor and city leaders. Reporting in Fort Pierce, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Lastly, Glee actress Naya Rivera is presumed dead after disappearing at a lake in Southern California, according to the Ventura County Sheriff's Office. We're presuming that an accident happened and we're presumed she drowned in the lake. Deputy Chris Dyer said at a news conference Thursday. Search and rescue efforts for the actress have now shifted to a recovery operation, Dyer said. Dyer said Thursday that the boat was overdue for return around 4 p.m. local time. A rental employee found the boat on the north end of Lake Peru. Riviera's son was on the boat, but she was nowhere to be found. The Willie Taggart era at Florida Atlantic won't begin in Minnesota. The Big Ten Conference announced Thursday that all fall sports will be limited to league-only games. That means FAU's September 3 season opener at Minnesota and Miami's September 26 non-conference game at Michigan State won't be played as scheduled. The announcement comes a day after the Ivy League canceled all fall sports as a result to the coronavirus pandemic. News time 8:25. Weather and traffic together are next.
$8:27 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
On the Turnpike, mile marker 148 in Port St. Lucie southbound. There's some road construction there, so the right lane is blocked. Otherwise, no accidents for St. Lucie and Martin County. There's your latest look at traffic. In Port St. Lucie, up to 81. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, very warm and humid with isolated rainfall possible. Then this afternoon, hot and humid with near record highs in the low to mid 90s and the heat index around 105 degrees. Winds will be a little breezy out of the west and scattered showers and thunderstorms moving from west to east are possible this afternoon and this evening. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:30 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time to go to outer space and another place with Randy Siegel with our daily dose of space. Randy, good morning. How you doing, young man?
I am doing marvelous.
Excellent.
Simply marvelous.
Excellent.
Yes. Well, in 1962, NASA did marvelous because they put one communication satellite. That was the first communication satellite that allowed television broadcasts between the United States and Europe. They went through this small satellite. While the satellite is no longer in operation, it still remains in orbit. In 1992, the Giotto spacecraft launched by the European Space Agency, having visited the comet Halley, passed over the comet Greg Shipwell, and it came within 120 miles of that comet, giving us new insight into the makeup of comets. Also on this date in history, in 1969, NASA had the first rollout of the M2F2. That was a lift forerunner of a shuttle to see if that type of shape could actually fly. And then the first flight took place the very next day. The pilot for that was Milt O. Thompson, a veteran. That craft went up into space under the arm of a airplane, was dropped, and then they were allowed to Earth. The biggie occurred in the year 2000. In the year 2000, the Russians put into orbit the Zvezda International Space Station module. It was the power module that was launched first, and it serves today as the Russian segment of the space station where the power is drawn from, basically, for the International Space Station. Not to mention the side panels, the solar panels that were attached as well. But it's become a very important structure. And then in 2001, NASA launched Space Shuttle STS-104, and its primary mission there was to deliver the Quest airlock, another important module for the International Space Station. Well, the Russians are having a little bit of a problem with some of their people on the ground. In fact, the Russian Security Service said that they have placed in jail currently a former journalist, Ivan Saranov. He was arrested on the charge of treason. They believe that he was passing information to NATO that he should not have been doing. Separately, another journalist, Tsayawa Bakanantova, she was detained by police in her flat once it was raided. So it appears that there's a lot of drama going on in Russia about having, if you will, state secrets exchanging where they shouldn't be. If convicted, the journalists can face up to 20 years in prison. Get ready for a launch to take place tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., if the weather cooperates, we're going to see a Falcon 9 rocket liftoff carrying the Starlink satellites, 60 of them, into orbit, along with 2 Earth observation microsatellites, the Black Sky Globals. They were delayed the other day due to weather, and now everything is marching towards that launch taking place at 11 a.m. tomorrow. You should be able to see it. And then they'll recover the first stage as well on a drone ship. The astronauts on board the International Space Station, living 260 miles above the Earth and orbiting the planet 16 times a day, presents a unique risk for space residents. Commander Chris Cassidy joined Russian Anatoly Ivanushin and Ivan Wagner for a simulated emergency evacuation of the station. The trio spent the afternoon practicing quickly entering the Soyuz MS-16 crew craft for a rapid undocking and Earth re-entry. After, Cassidy partnered up with his fellow NASA astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken for eye exams at the end of the day. he also serves as the crew medical officer and used optical cohesive tomography gear to scan the retinas of his two crewmates. Benkin and Cassidy are set up to go on 2 more spacewalks scheduled for July 16th and the 21st. The duo will continue replacing aging nickel hydride batteries with a new lithium-ion batteries on the starboard port of the station's truss structure. The batteries are stored and release power collected from the orbiting lab's main solar arrays. Robotics controllers overnight commanded the Canadarm2 robot arm to replace a failed remote power control module on the port truss segment. The replacement restores redundancy to the solar alpha radiation joint and the old RCCM that failed last week. Ivan Wagner continued taking pictures of the Earth as well as cleaning the Russian segment and air filters. One of the big things is that the Russians and the U.S. are adding new filters to help reduce the toxic benzene smell that they have been smelling on the International Space Station. It has not reached an expectedly high level, but they want to keep it down to a low level so they'll still have no problems in breathing. But using a Long March 3B rocket, the APSTAR, which is a high throughput satellite with a total capacity of 50 gigabytes per second, was launched from the Chinese Great Wall Industry Company. China continues to be a major player, and China has also suffered another failure using another rocket that was launched in their inventory. For the first time in 10 years, a Minotaur 5 rocket is preparing for an inaugural flight from the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport on Wallops Island, Virginia. The classified payload for the National Reconnaissance Office will launch sometime around 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on the 15th. Minotaur is a spacecraft that basically was an intercontinental ballistic missile's first stage. They converted it into a launcher for satellites and have used it 100% successfully thus far. It's a solid rocket booster, and they want to keep that intact. An Atlas V rocket is preparing to take off shortly and go to Mars. The Perseverance spacecraft is on track for launch on July 30th in a launch window that opens at 7:50. Their opportunities are about every 5 minutes for a short period of time as Mars and Earth line up. The best way for them to begin launches, because it takes a shorter time to reach Mars than any other facility. Perseverance is a great rover that should give NASA a huge amount of information about the red planet, including whether or not there could have been potentially life on the red planet at one point. Russia is concerned that Elon Musk is charging too little for the launches that he is giving to customers around the world. Russia is saying that if they intend to continue as a space power, they're going to have to cut their prices down. Vladimir Nestrov, who works for Khrushchev Center and manufacturer of the Angara and the Proton rockets, said, "We're going to lose our market share if we don't lower the cost." Back at Boca Chica, Texas, Starship SN5 prototype is getting ready for its first jump. So far, they have been able to use the tanks, fill them up, and pressurize them properly. And now the hope is they can fire up the Raptor engine and do a test hop in the next few days. On Monday, we hope to tell you about a great launch that takes place and whatever else happens over the weekend. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's your daily dose of space in another place with the one and only Randy. He brings us all things NASA each and every weekday at 8:30 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Time to head on over to LA's downtown deli, where Bonnie's standing by with the latest and greatest to soothe your appetite. Bonnie?
Well, we know that Chef Mark makes the greatest fresh jumbo wraps in town. Did you also know he makes a terrific black bean burger? And this is served on a brioche bun with some garlic mayo, spinach, leaf lettuce, tomato, some red onion, sprouts, avocado on this burger, and pepper jack cheese. All of the ingredients to make a delicious one. And get a side order of some fluffy cold potato salad today. For dessert, make it Oreo pie or make it creamy coconut pie. For dessert, Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open. Plus, they are at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. At 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
Time for the precious all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold will be opening up this morning at $1,809.30 an ounce, and silver will be opening up at $18.73 an ounce. That's your latest precious metals report, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:42, it's news time. Let's go to the news desk one final time this morning, where Bonnie is standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning once again. And a protest is being planned in Martin County over whether or not residents should have to comply with the county's new mandatory mask mandate. WPTV's
Here at the corner of US 1 and Monterey Road is where the organizer says their group will be gathering Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
I was so frustrated by seeing the opinions of the people being spoken that absolutely disregarded by the passing of the mask mandate.
Brittany Mozingo says Martin County commissioners overstepped when they passed the mask mandate.
And you're pitting the American people against each other, and that's absolutely like the opposite of what county government should be doing.
And that residents are now threatening to shop exclusively in St. Lucie County, where masks are not mandatory.
I think we're going to see a big hit to Martin County business because of this, and I think that's an unfortunate side effect that maybe was not thought of.
It's been awful. I think we're all trying to remain positive.
Michelle Davis owns the Island Cotton Company in downtown Stuart.
I'm wearing it, as an abundance of caution, and I'm glad when my customers have it on to make me feel safe as well.
And says that she and neighboring businesses cannot afford to lose customers during this already difficult time.
I think we're all just a little crushed right now. There's at least 3 businesses that will not be opening their doors again that I know of, several businesses that are for sale at the moment.
Now, we did reach out to St. Lucie County officials for comment. They say that they've received emails from residents there threatening to shop exclusively here in Martin County, where masks are mandatory and they feel more safe. Reporting in Stuart, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
The coronavirus spike isn't stopping President Trump from making a trip to South Florida today as he visits the U.S. Southern Command.
The visit to Doral, home to the largest Venezuelan community in the U.S., comes after former National Security Advisor John Bolton claims President Trump was going to take a meeting with Nicolas Maduro, angering many Venezuelans.
So I think there's some mess to clean up with Venezuelan voters and supporters, and that's part of what's happening here.
Barry University's Sean Foreman says the visit also gives Trump a chance to try and win votes since he's lagging in the latest Florida polls, where Hispanic voters make up almost 20% of the electorate. Trump claims he was only going to take that meeting to discuss Maduro's exit strategy. Wendy Grossman, Miami.
Fort Lauderdale Police Chief Rick Maglione is off the job.
I'm making this change after consulting with our elected leaders who are supportive of my decision to begin a search for our next police chief, as is custom in any large organization where there is transition.
City Manager Chris Lagerbloom. His removal as chief comes almost 6 weeks after a member of the SWAT team shot a peaceful protester in the face with a foam rubber bullet, as other officers laughed and joked about firing potentially lethal weapons at civilians. And lastly, Jacksonville filing a lawsuit to block the Republican National Convention from being held there. The plaintiffs cite pandemic, saying the convention could become a super spreader event for the disease as it would gather large numbers of people indoors. Stanford, which has long boasted one of the most robust collections of varsity sports in the country, will cut 11 of its varsity programs at the conclusion of the 2020-21 academic year as it deals with the ongoing financial ramifications of coronavirus. The 11 sports that will be discontinued are men's and women's fencing, field hockey, lightweight rowing, men's rowing, co-ed and women's sailing, squash, synchronized swimming, men's volleyball, and wrestling. News time, it's 8:46. Weather and traffic together are next.
$8:47, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofer.
Haven't been seeing any traffic problems throughout this morning in the early morning hours. Everything looking fine, and it's staying that way. Major highways look clear right now, north and southbound. Side streets, no accidents. There's your latest look at traffic. And a warm 82 in Stewart. Here's our weekend update at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, very warm and humid with isolated. Then this afternoon, hot and humid with near record highs in the low to mid 90s and the heat index around 105 degrees. Winds will be a little breezy out of the west and scattered showers and thunderstorms moving from west to east are possible this afternoon and this evening. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WST 50, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:51 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, and time for a little bit of this and that, and then some, and would you rather. Going to kill like about 8 or 9 minutes here. So Bonnie, and I'll answer these along with you.
Oh, yes,
since it's just you and I this morning.
I would love to get your humble opinion on these.
My opinions are never humble, but I'll give you my opinion without a
Okay.
doubt, my non-biased opinion. So you got to pick one and tell me why, and I'll do the same. Shoes or sandals? Which one?
Ooh, shoes.
Okay.
I have my
Shoes?
Got to have my running Nike shoes in the morning.
Okay.
I can't run very well in
All right.
sandals.
Good. We have a phone call. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, look who it is. It's Bentley.
Oh, Bentley is calling.
Bentley's calling. All right. Well, that's entertainment at its best right there. Good morning, Bentley. How are you today?
I'm in an alley out back of a grocery store, and I think I found Big Kitty.
You're
Hi,
kidding.
Big Kitty.
Oh.
Hi, Big Kitty.
Is
Yes.
it like Big Kitty nuzzling up to you? And are you wearing your work pants, Bentley? Because that kitty hair will get all over your work
Yes.
clothes.
Yes, I'm trying to talk here.
Well,
It sounded like a
we got
Bentley and Big Kitty
I
scuffle.
don't know what happened.
I hope he's all right.
Okay. Well, I'd rather wear shoes than sandals. I like the closed.
Yeah,
closed.
you
Yeah.
feel a little bit more, or
Yeah.
with your big toes or
Yeah.
little toes.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
my toes are
saying your
ugly.
toes are big or
All right.
anything.
All right.
But the toes know.
All right. Fan or a mister? Which one?
What?
A fan or a mister?
A fan or a mister?
Yes. Would you prefer a fan or a
Oh,
mister?
I got it.
Not like mister as in a guy.
I got it.
A
No.
mister as in something that blows
Yeah.
water.
Give me
You know,
that.
mister,
Give me
mist.
that. Play Misty for me.
Misty?
Give me that water spray.
All right,
Yeah.
you want the water spray.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather take the fan.
Would
I
ya?
just don't like nothing wet on my face.
Okay.
All right, peaches or pears? Which one?
Pears.
Pears? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
take peaches.
Good.
I,
Those
I
good,
like peaches better.
good Georgia peaches, right?
Going to the bank or banking by phone? I already know the answer for that one for you. I'm going to answer for you, and that's banking by phone.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Um,
You like banking by phone, don't you?
You know what? I do a little bit of both, Evan.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. So like,
Because I
I'm-
know you don't do it online. You don't like doing that online.
No. But yeah, maybe. And I even feel comfortable lately going through that
Okay.
drive-through, which
All right.
we've had to do more.
All right. I prefer to go to the bank if I had to pick one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. How about write a check or paying with cash? Which one?
Paying with cash.
Paying with cash.
Yeah.
I would rather write a check because I don't like to carry cash on me
Gotcha.
or use my debit card.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right. Coin collection or a stamp collection? Which one would you prefer?
Coin collection.
Coin collection? Okay. I've got a coin collection at home
Yeah.
that my dad left me that I never did anything with. So I'm going to have to look and see if it's worth anything.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Here's a
Okay.
good one for you, Bonnie. Hang gliding or skydiving? Which one?
Oh, wow. I'm probably hand gliding.
Hang gliding?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That's a toss up. Maybe skydiving, living on the edge.
Yeah. Wait a minute now. Maybe skydiving too, because I think I'm more like hanging with that skydiver. Of
Hang gliding, you're going like this.
Yeah, and you're-
skydiving, you're just
and
straight down.
Your arms are on that glider, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never done it before, so I don't know if they're locked into the glider.
Okay.
Either or. I'm afraid of heights, so I probably would do neither.
All
To
right.
be quite honest.
All right. Here's another one for
Okay.
you. Remembering your dream or don't recall anything at all.
Remembering a dream.
Yeah, I definitely have to remember my dream.
Yeah.
Mexican food or Chinese food?
Mexican food.
I'm going to pick Chinese food.
Okay.
I love, I haven't had, you know what? Oh man, I just thought of something. I'm going to get takeout today from a Chinese restaurant,
Yeah.
a real Chinese restaurant, and take it home for lunch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do.
Are you going to get like a nice big order so you have some left over for Rachel too later on?
No, she doesn't like what I eat.
Oh, I see.
Yes, she doesn't like what I eat.
You have a favorite on that Chinese?
I like shrimp lo mein or
Oh, yeah.
I like shrimp lo mein with what's called house fried rice.
Oh.
Now, you know what the difference is from house fried rice and pork fried rice?
Not too sure. I'm
Okay.
not.
Pork fried rice is just fried rice with pork. Okay.
Okay.
House fried rice is fried rice that has more than pork.
Oh,
it has
wow.
shrimp chicken. It's got everything in it. Charge
Isn't
you
it?
$1 more, but it's worth $1 more.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets a little weird.
Okay.
Because I put ketchup on my fried rice.
You do not.
Yes, I do.
We got to get you some yum yum sauce, Evan.
No.
Add that or some ginger. You can
No.
you can get the Mokado
No.
ginger dressing
No,
right now off the shelf.
When I go to hibachi, okay, and I'll eat hibachi and they make the fried rice, I won't put ketchup on it there because I don't want to send the cook running out the back door.
And everybody at the hibachi table might be looking at, wow, where does he come up with this
Yeah.
crazy ingredient to destroy the rice?
Exactly. And I just see that Father Christian has just checked in. So I want to, maybe we can get a little tease on what's happening on the show today. Father Christian, are you there?
I am Mr. Evan Nine, the producer extraordinaire.
Yes, sir. So what's on tap for today's broadcast?
We're bringing in a neighbor from up north in Central Florida. So Bishop Greg Brewer, who is the bishop who looks over the whole Episcopal Church in Central Florida. He's coming on to talk about the cost of speaking the truth. So sometimes when we want to speak up and talk about certain things that are hot topics, not everyone's going to be excited about it. So what does that mean now in 2020 to speak up for what you think is right, and how do you deal with the cost?
Wow, that's going to be riveting. As that's that's a word I love to use, Father Christian. Riveting, right?
I think you use riveting when you talk about your cereal in the morning.
Well, that's besides the point. But we do invite you to tune into a priest and a rabbi and a priest, whichever one. They're both equal as far as I'm concerned. 50-50. Just the rabbi has that a different hairdo than Father Christian has, but us here. But anyway, we invite you to tune in to Priest and a Rabbi. They'll be on after the news, a little bit after 9:00. Father Christian, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to your program in just a few moments.
Thank you.
Always appreciate it. So that's a great show, man. You got to listen into that show.
And it sounds like this issue is going to be what probably many people have in question too, with everything going on within their minds. And it is going to be an interesting ride home when we take a listen.
Definitely. So tune in at 9:05 this morning.
Or a ride to work, as a lot of people are doing.
Yeah,
at
that's
this
true.
time.
That's true. Or just
we're going home, but
ride to
they're coming
wherever
in.
you're going.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of rides, we're going to take a ride and get on out of here for the weekend. We'll be back Monday morning at 6 a.m. right here in the saddle with the Get Up and Go show right here on WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. And as always, we say Chow Mein,
Honduras,
and Arriva Dirty. The words of Ellen DeGeneres: always be kind to one another.
And be safe and kind all this weekend.
Folks, have a great weekend, and we will see each and every one of you back here bright and early on Monday morning. Bye-bye for now. God bless you.